Have you ever heard of a man who dedicated his entire life to love, faith and service, only to face one of the most horrifying fates imaginable? This is the story of Father Mario Borzaga, a man whose unwavering devotion to God led him to a foreign land filled with danger, where his ultimate sacrifice would turn him into a martyr. What exactly happened to him? How did his mission of faith take such a tragic turn? Stay with us as we unveil his gripping story. And don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue bringing you powerful stories like this one. Father Mario Borzaga was born in 1932 in Trento, Italy, surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of the Italian Alps. From a young age, he felt an unshakable pull toward God, a calling so deep that he could not ignore it. Unlike many boys his age who dreamed of becoming doctors, teachers, or adventurers, Mario's dream was simple yet profound. He wanted to serve. At just 20 years old, he made the life-altering decision to enter the seminary, setting himself on a path that would test his faith, his courage, and ultimately his life. During his early training, he heard the testimony of a missionary, a story that sparked a fire within him. That testimony spoke of distant lands, people in need, and the hardships of missionary life. But instead of fear, Mario felt excitement. He was drawn to the idea of leaving behind the familiar and venturing into the unknown, all for the sake of spreading God's love. He joined the Oblates of Mary Immaculate, a missionary congregation founded in the 19th century by Saint Eugene de Mazenot. For Mario, this wasn't just a commitment, it was his destiny. By 1956, as he prepared to take his perpetual vows, he wrote in his diary about his dream of happiness, a happiness rooted in serving others. And just a year later, in 1957, he was ordained as a priest. But his journey was far from over. When a group of missionary oblates was selected to be sent to Laos, a land riddled with political instability and religious challenges, Father Mario didn't hesitate. He volunteered without a second thought, believing it was God's will for him to bring light to the darkness. Laos, a nation nestled between Vietnam and Thailand, was a place of beauty, but also of immense struggle. The country's deep-rooted Buddhist traditions meant that Christians were a small and often overlooked minority. When Father Mario arrived, he was immediately struck by the stark contrast between his homeland and this new world. The poverty was heartbreaking. The language was foreign. The culture was unlike anything he had ever known. But rather than feeling overwhelmed, he embraced it with an open heart, ready to learn and serve. His first year was spent in the mission of Kok, where he worked tirelessly to learn the Lao language and adapt to the customs of the people. The work was slow and grueling. There were no immediate conversions, no grand gestures of faith. Instead, it was a daily commitment to small acts of kindness, quiet moments of guidance, and a deep belief that God's work would bear fruit in time. Despite the difficulties, Father Mario never once doubted his purpose. At just 26 years old, he was sent to his first mission post in the village of Katam. His days were filled with teaching, praying, and caring for the sick. To the villagers, he wasn't just a priest, he was a beacon of hope. The children adored him, the families relied on his wisdom, and even those who did not share his faith respected the kindness he showed them. He wasn't there to force conversions, he was there to love, to serve, and to be a living testament to Christ's teachings. Then came April 24th, 1960, a Sunday like any other. After Mass, Father Mario devoted his time to the sick at the free clinic. As he worked, a small group of Hmong villagers arrived with an urgent request. Their village, located a grueling 3-day journey away, needed him. They wanted to learn about Christianity, and more urgently, they had sick people in desperate need of care. To many, this would have seemed like a risky, even foolish trip. But for Father Mario, it was an opportunity, a divine calling. He assured them he would follow the next day. On April 25th, 1960, Father Mario and a young catechist set off on their journey, carrying only the essentials, medicine, supplies, and an unwavering faith. What they didn't know was that they were walking straight into a deadly trap. At that Timunist guerrillas were tightening their grip on the region, spreading terror and suppressing religious influence. Unknown to Father Mario, they had infiltrated the area. By the time he and his companion realized the danger, it was too late. They were captured. On May 1st, 1960, Father Mario and the young catechist were bound and beaten mercilessly. The guerrillas gave them an impossible choice: reject their faith and live, or stand firm and face death. But for Father Mario, there was no hesitation. He had made his choice long ago. He would not abandon God, no matter the cost. The captors forced them to dig their own graves. Can you imagine what must have been going through their minds as they shoveled dirt, knowing it would soon cover them? Yet witnesses say Father Mario never wavered. Even in his final moments, he radiated a peace that only unshakable faith could provide. After being shot, Father Mario's lifeless body was thrown into the shallow grave. But there's something even more haunting. Some claim he was still alive when they buried him. As the guerrillas rifled through his belongings, all they found were rosaries and images of the Sacred Heart and Our Lady. That was all he carried. That was all he needed. His story didn't end there. His sacrifice was not forgotten. Decades later, in 2015, Father Mario Borzaga was beatified by Pope Francis, officially recognized as a martyr of the Church. His life stands as a testament to the power of faith, the resilience of the human spirit, and the unshakable courage of those who dedicate their lives to God. Father Mario Borzaga's incredible story is a true testament to the unyielding power of faith, the strength of the human spirit, and the profound love that one person can have for others, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. His courage, commitment, and unwavering belief in God led him through the most harrowing trials, and his story continues to inspire and move us to this day. If Father Mario's journey has touched you, if his example of love and sacrifice has stirred something deep inside of you, then I invite you to show your support. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this powerful story with others, and subscribe to our channel so we can continue bringing you more stories like this one, stories that remind us of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of faith to change the world. Your support means the world to us and enables us to share more inspiring and thought-provoking stories with all of you. We'd love to hear from you too. What did Father Mario's story mean to you? How do you think his unwavering commitment to his faith could inspire us all in today's world? Let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts and reflections are always so meaningful to us, and your comments create an opportunity for us to connect as a community of people who share similar values and beliefs. We're so grateful to have you as part of this journey with us. So, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, for engaging, and for continuing to support these stories of courage, hope, and unshakable faith. As we move forward, we ask you to stay blessed, keep the faith alive, and remember, no matter how dark the world may seem, God's light shines through. Until next time, take care and keep your hearts filled with faith and love.